open up for questions for Derrick, Butler, and Preston, Squire.
Derrick, obviously the offense was firing on all cylinders. How nice was just this performance after kind of a couple tough shooting games for you guys?
Really, I'm just like really confident all-around player, but I'm just thankful for my teammates just finding me in the right spots, and just overall just having the confidence in myself to make every shot. So.
Yeah, I mean that was on display in the first half there, where you guys really got rolling. Just what was that like? You know, kind of maybe a slow start those first few minutes, but you had a couple threes, and then midway through, you guys just took off and you really led the way. Just what was that confidence level like during that stretch?
I just feel like overall as a team, we knew we was overall more talented. We just had to mesh together and just make the right play. I'm just like thankful for my teammates just finding me in the right spots, like me finding my teammates in the right spots, and just making the open shots.
Was it like a goal to attack the rim today? Because it felt like, especially that first half, you guys were just attacking at will.
Yeah, I feel like our team is one of the best attacking teams in the country. I feel like our whole team, that's what Coach Simon instills in us, just attack and get paint touches and just make simple plays.
And Preston, obviously, the front court a little shorthanded. You and Jemiah really have to step into big roles. How have you kind of embrace these extended minutes, really these opportunities in these games?
And the opportunity has been great for both myself, Jemiah, and then also Will, as he's kind of stepped in and been a bit of a four for us in those natural positions, more of a three, but really it's just we know that we put in the work and we hate to see our teammates go down. We wish them, we want them back. Just having that confidence, know the work that we've all put in, be able to step in and try to fulfill their shoes.
And then obviously just the offensive performance. I mean, just how much fun is it being part of that when everyone's firing on all cylinders? I think 6 players in double figures. Just how much fun is that when the offense can perform like that?
Oh, it's phenomenal. There's seldom better feeling out on the basketball court than just having everyone be able to eat. DB went off for 35, and that's great. But like you said, five other of us were able to get the ball going. Really, it showed. We had 21 assists, I think, as a team, which was great to just be able to share that ball, get guys in positions where they can score and do the best with it.
Jemiah, he got his first start tonight. He's really seen some extended minutes. It's been a really couple tough years for him with injuries here. What has he been like this year since you got here? Just as a player and just getting to know him as well.
An animal on the court. Jemiah, he's going after every single rebound. He's a beast to try to contain in practice, and then he goes out on the court. I'm thankful when he does it to other teams because it means I don't have to try to fight with him anymore, but it's great. And then off the court, he's a phenomenal kid. I wasn't here last year or the year before as he went through those injuries, but I've heard that he was able to just keep his head high, be able to fight through those, be able to persevere to be where he's at now and be able to benefit and play.
Derrick, new career high for you, 35 points. Can you just talk about your performance today and what was going right for you?
Like I said, we were just like making simple plays for each other, and I just happened to be in the right spots, and I just do my job and make open shots. So.
And then at one point you had 12 straight points for Bowling Green. What was that like, and how was that in terms of swinging over the momentum for you guys?
I didn't even know I had 12 straight points, but like I said, my teammates, they just have so much confidence in me. Not even my teammates, the coaching staff, just to run plays when I get going. My teammates just find me when I get warm, and they just know my spots on the court, so I'm just thankful for them.
And you guys had 3 players with 5 assists each. What's that mean to you guys, for you guys to be able to move the ball around as well as you did all game long?
It's huge because you know that, I've got a decent look, but as you share that ball's going to swing back around to you at some point because as everyone's sharing and getting each other in the right spots, we know that the ball's not going to stick and there's not going to be someone shooting every time. So it makes it so much easier to give up that good shot for a great shot.
This is your guys' first home game since November 19th. What's it like to be back at home and just playing in front of the crowd?
It feels great. Our team, we're just thankful for each and opportunity we get to play at home in front of the fans. We want to build a great fan base, a camaraderie with our students, and just overall a hard place to play. So we're just thankful for each opportunity we play at home.
It's your guys' first back-to-back victories of the year. You guys got a victory against New Mexico State and today against Oregon State. What does that mean for you guys as a team that you're able to get that the back-to-back wins?
It's definitely big. I mean, it shows that we've grown as a team from our first couple of games, and we know that as we continue to put in the work in practice, as we continue to fix what we need to fix and work on what we've had to work on, that these wins will start to add up, like stack on top of one another, and that's great.
Any more questions? Nope.
Preston, almost 24 minutes today. You had double-digit points, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 2 of them on the offensive side. Can you talk about how your comfort level's gotten in this system at this level through this part of the season as you're now having to step up into a little bigger role with the injuries?
Yeah, I've definitely felt a lot of comfort from my teammates. They have a lot of trust in me, trust in my abilities, and confidence in me, and as well as the coaching staff. And to have that around me, to be able to support me, to help me build up my own confidence, know that I can step in and can contribute is phenomenal. And I think it shows the game has started to slow down just a little bit for me. I've still got ways to go, but it's great having my teammates and the coaching staff around to support me and put that confidence in me.
Any more questions for the players? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, proud of the group that we had. It was kind of a rough week. We had some injuries. We were down to 3-on-3 a couple days ago, and we're just kind of running out of bodies. So it was good to see a couple guys that struggled a little bit to just try to get on the floor this week. Stepped in and were able to go. But you're starting to see the guys kind of really get comfortable. Everything's a little bit coming second nature now, particularly for a lot of the new guys, and you're seeing communication uptick and some comfort level out there, and so that translates into good offense, translates into 21 assists, that translates into sharing the ball and making good decisions. So we're playing faster, which is a big priority, but it's good to see some guys step up, and I think that was the way we went about winning today was what I'm most proud of, because it was a true team effort.
Was it the goal to attack the rim like you guys did today? Obviously, shooting has been a little tough these last few games. Was that the message? Is let's go hard to the hole?
Yeah, and that's kind of our DNA, and we just are starting to get there. We had 30 free throws last time out against Mexico State. They're kind of understanding what we want offensively and what we don't want. 52 points in the paint is a big deal. But a lot of those collapses, that's what leads to wide open threes, and then we've got shooters that can knock them down. So, but yeah, that's certainly what we're about. We want to push on everything, makes and misses, and we want to put a lot of pressure on that rim.
So many players on this team can go off like Derrick Butler did tonight, but to see him, really take control in that first half, how exciting was that, seeing him really thrive there on offense?
Yeah, I mean, it's not unexpected. If you said, hey, Derrick was going to have 35 today, I'd say, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's expected. That he can do that, and that's who he is. And so our team is gotten mature enough to understand, like, hey, when Marcus is going off, we've got a set of stuff that we're going to get him looks. Today was Derrick's turn. When Derrick's getting going, we're going to find him looks, and that's how it goes. It'll be someone else's game the next time. Javante last game, was hard to guard, and so it was his turn. And that's what a mark of a good team is. You have 3 guys with 5 assists. You have 21 assists to 8 turnovers. It's a sign of a team that's playing for one another, not with one another.
Kind of similar question about Jahmai. He gets the start tonight. Maybe tough with the fouls, but he's definitely just a presence on the floor. Just with everything he's gone through the last couple of years in his BG career, just how exciting is it seeing him contribute and stepping into these bigger roles, and especially with the injuries now, just seeing him grow and develop.
Yeah, you're spot on. It really took maybe that first game or two. He and I had a conversation, and I said, well, I was protecting him, kind of like an overprotective parent, worried about him getting hurt again, worried about this, that, or the other, and then finally it was just like, hey, I got to push you like you're a frontline guy here, and we're going to push you. It's going to be a little different in practice. We don't need to treat you with kid gloves. That's all in the past now, and your future's all looking up. And I think ever since that conversation and kind of letting him play through some mistakes and grow, he's really emerged.
Any update on the injuries as far as like Sam? I know Yusuf wasn't here, and Dejan as well.
Yeah, I think you're looking at a few long-term ones. Definitely indefinitely for a number of them. So it's kind of TBD. We got a lot of boots and scooters and you name it. We're definitely keeping Rob in business over there, and so that's. I don't think I don't know. It'll be probably indefinite on a few of them. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but a couple of them we probably won't see for a little while.
Do you feel this team is deep enough to kind of overcome that? Last year you were in a very similar situation.
Yeah, no, you're right, and back-to-back years of losing people. We gotta reevaluate some things certainly in the off season, but it's frustrating. But you don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. Right, so whether we end up with 5 guards or 6 players or 7, you got to put the work in, and the ones that are here, we got to go with it. So, that's just the nature of the beast, and no one's feeling bad, for us in any way, shape, or form. We've next man up mentality.
Obviously, being a little thin at the bigs now with the injuries, along with Jemai, how good was it to see someone like Preston Squire step up today and start getting more comfortable in the system?
Yeah, no, he's a fantastic player. We just tell him, that you're a good player that just is waiting his turn. And so with every game out there, he's getting more and more comfortable. I mean, having 12 and 3 today and in 24 minutes, that's only going to bode well for the future. He's a sniper, that every time it leaves his hand, we think it's going in, and he plays very hard. So we like that. He's got great length. So he'll be another weapon for us, just like Jemai is, a very different player, just like Marcus is another they all complement each other, but they're all very different.
And then Javante Campbell seems to impact the game so many ways. Top 10 in steals. I think he had 4 more today. Led the team in rebounds with 8. Tied for the lead in assists with 5. What impresses you the most about him, of how he's able to impact the game in all these different ways?
Yeah, everything. I mean, to be honest with you, everything about him is he's made right. He's a guy you want to go to battle with. He can take over games with scoring, without scoring. He's tough as nails. He's a guy that wasn't 100%, and you look down and he shoots 75%, goes 13, 8, 5, and 4, and plus 38 in the 27 minutes he plays. He just dominated the game without necessarily putting up a ton of points. He was just absolutely dominant, but he just made right. He's made right, takes coaching, wants to be good. So, yeah, we love him.
And after starting the season a little slow, you guys back-to-back wins now. How good does it feel confidence-wise to put that together and start moving past some of the struggles that you guys had early on?
Yeah, first it's just great to be home. We had some scheduling issues and some teams backed out late, and you ended up with a really kind of funky schedule where we got 4 games in December, and you have all those games in November, and you're on the road and playing really, really tough matchup teams, because that's all that's left to schedule, and puts you kind of behind the 8 ball a little bit with injuries and all that sort of thing. So certainly not ideal, the adversity that we kind of set ourselves up for. But to get back home and you start to see the growth that we get through that stretch, certainly gives us hope. And there's times in practice where we sat there and said, okay, we're getting pretty good now. We're getting pretty good. We're getting it. So, and you hope that we continue to grow off of that.
Coach, as we look at the stat sheet, 6 out of the 9 active players all reached double digits in scoring. Just talk about your guys' ability just to move the ball around, get everybody involved, and what leads to dominating performances like this.
Yeah, I mean, that's you want them to be rewarded for that, and today they were. When you made the right plays and that next guy makes the shot, this group is happy for one another. And I think that goes to the character of our guys, the chemistry that we've built. And when you have a team that the enthusiasm and the joy of playing for one another is there, that's the makings of a special team. It's not a selfish, let me go get my numbers, let me not do this. It's like, oh, okay, hey, DB's hot, let's find him. You know what I mean? Or there's so many different ways that's starting to manifest itself, and that's how you score 100 points on another Division I team. Division I team, it doesn't happen a lot, and so. But that, I think it stems from having really good guys, a really good locker room, and really good camaraderie.
Coach, you were able to make Morgan State turn the ball over 12 times. What's that going to do? Like, how does that help you in the long run, that kind of defense?
Yeah, and we felt like we'd like to get that number up a little bit. We thought we could add a few more deflections, and to Morgan State's credit, I mean they were running good stuff against the zone, and they were, some tricky stuff for our matchup, and it was good. We wanted to stay in it and continue to get good film so we can continue to correct some stuff. But credit to them for running pretty good stuff, but they're game changers. Anytime we get those stops or turnovers, we turn those into points, and that's something we want to continue to force.
Coach, you just talk a little bit about Braylon Green and like his presence on the court. It felt like he was so important to the pace of the game and really setting up plays today. Could you just talk a little bit about what he does for the team and like his effort out on the court?
Yeah, I mean Braylon, I can't say enough about his development, right? And he's another guy, like we forget, like he didn't really get very much time at all last year. This is kind of like his freshman year in a lot of ways. So the game's slowing down for him. He's so fast and such a great athlete. He's really now understanding the balance of being that great athlete, but also under control, playing on two, making reads, and so as the game continues to slow down for him, you're just going to continue to see his performance, explode.
You mentioned the zone defense there. It felt like you guys were really heavy in that in the first half. Was that to try to keep you out of foul trouble a little bit there in the first half?
Yeah, we felt like it was something that'd be effective. Morgan State hasn't shot the ball just particularly great, but we wanted to be able to keep a couple of these bigs on the floor, and not, we didn't like some of the matchups we didn't really love in man-to-man. So we'll use this as a tool to, really the rest of the way that we can alternate between our man and zone and try to force the type of shots that we want to force, and you don't want to give up as many points as we did, but they get 72 shot attempts because of the tempo of the game. There's some positives to that too.
Any more questions? Great. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you. Have a great Saturday.